Meanwhile, a handful of declared and undeclared presidential candidates are making their way through eastern Iowa.
Today, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker was in Cedar Rapids. CBS News reporter Kevin Barry explains how his pitch for president draws from experience that some say isn't very good.
Governors running for president isn't something that's new. It's happened successfully more than 10 times over the course of the nation's history. And Scott Walker is making his record as Wisconsin's governor a big part of his run for president, for better or worse.
But it's great to be back in Iowa.
For a job that comes with a 4-year stay in the executive mansion, Keith Lacy would like to see some executive experience.
From our previous few years, that executive experience is important.
The thing is, Scott Walker has gotten pretty good at running for governor.
This man has won 3 elections in 4 years in a blue state.
2 of those were regularly scheduled elections. The third was a recall after Walker pushed through legislation that cut back on public workers' ability to unionize, prompting protests at the Wisconsin State Capitol.
Wisconsin's now the 25th state in the nation to have the right to work, the freedom to work, whether you want to be in a labor union or not.
Later, when asked about national security as president, he said if he could handle those public workers protesting, he could handle ISIS.
And we exercise our First Amendment right to free speech. And what he's done, if he can't identify that, then he certainly does not belong in the White House.
While talking to voters, he pushed how well Wisconsin is doing, turning around unemployment, growing the economy.
I say all these things not to brag. Well, maybe not to brag too much, but
PolitiFact says over the stretch of 2013 to 2014, Wisconsin was tied for last in a list of 10 Midwestern states with just 1.5% job growth in the private sector. Keith says he just sees it differently in his sister's business in that state.
It's obvious that things have turned around in Wisconsin. All you have to do is own a business and see how it's turned around.
Walker's is a mixed record in the governor's mansion, but Paula says while others have waffled, Walker hasn't.
So somebody who will stand their ground and not concede, that says a lot for a person.
Recent polls say that even people in Wisconsin don't want Governor Walker running for president. The thing is, that just might not matter here to people in Iowa. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Kevin Barry, CBS 2 News, 10 at 10.